here at the GSL. Good to have you guys back. Maybe you have a little bathroom break. Number one, no number twos, man.
No, not enough time for that. And if you did, then you might have a medical condition that you need to look into. And you certainly didn't wash your hands.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
That didn't happen. So we just saw Sokisu Trickster get taken out. Pretty brutal games, actually. Pretty one-sided. But I really want to go home and try that Mothership Rush.
Yeah, that was pretty
cannot
interesting.
Stop thinking about that.
That was interesting, Tasteless.
Yeah.
One void right into a 2-base Mothership.
Well, it's like...
I do. I want to go home and try it,
too. Why did I not think of that?
Why would you think of that, man? Did you lick doorknobs? You have to do your homework, man.
I tried
You have to have fever dreams.
You
have to get yourself some sick, nasty fever, man.
Fever nightmares are terrible.
Well, what else could that have come out of, right?
Well, you know what's funny about the build is, like, when you see it done, it, like, makes sense. I'm like, oh, I guess you couldn't.
I guess
know. You know, there is a kind of a period
Forces
of time.
detection. Vortex is actually like.
But I mean, even the timing of it, like, Zerg can't really kill you.
Think about this for a minute too. Like, you know how force fields kind of like allow a Protoss to control a battle?
Yeah.
Imagine like force fields and a vortex. It's like the Zerg just like throws his hands in there. He's like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
Over here we have our Terran player, one of the two actually, the best.
I do believe he fell out of Code A this past season.
Yeah, I think so. You know, he was in Code S.
The all-ins just ain't working like they used to, Tasteless.
Yeah, this guy all-ins almost as much
like every single game,
Prime, right?
Yeah, but they're like.
But Bit by Bit Prime, I think, is in Code B right now, right? He might be like somewhere lower down the alphabet. I don't think
he's like in Code B, actually.
He's like even beyond Z. He's actually like now where like symbols are and stuff. It's like
he's in practice league. Games on fast.
He has to like go down to the Hangul alphabet. You know what I mean? All right. So here he is now. Now, you know, who knows? Maybe the best has changed his play style. We've seen that happen before. We've seen ST kind of work outside of his work outside the box.
Did you just compare TheBestfOu and Professor T?
Professor T.
Yeah, man.
Mr. T.
I
did that.
I can't believe
I did that, man. That's what I do. Over here, we have ZeNEXJJUN.
Yeah, I've seen some of this guy's games. He's not as accomplished as some of these other
well known.
But I've seen some of his TBT at least that I can recall. And if I recall correctly, he cheesed all in twice against. I want to say Bomber, but I might be wrong on that. There's actually too many StarCraft 2 games to remember.
Well, you know, we cast so many games. Yeah. We actually are on live TV like 20 hours a week, sometimes
pretty crazy.
More. Yeah.
Used to be much more than that, Tasteless.
Yeah, it used to be. Oh, man. People are like, why are they tired?
How can you get tired?
How can you get tired after 40 hours of live TV? Now, it is going to be a TBT, but, you know, the best might make this kind of short if he does some kind of all-in. It's not the best map to do an all-in, but you never know. We've seen new strategies coming from, you know, all these players here. Terminus being our first map.
Bellshear Beach. We have not actually casted or played on that
Bring
yet.
your swim trunks. We're going to the beach.
I'm actually really excited to finally get to cast a game on there.
Yeah, me too.
It reminds me of that Warcraft 3 map.
This will be our
Turtle Rock, I want to say is the name. I'm bad at Warcraft 3
that or
map
Echo
names.
Isles?
Oh, yeah.
Echo Isles?
That might be it.
All right, it's time. Terminus is our map. The best and Jun are our players. It's going to be a Terran versus Terran. Let's see who moves on to the round of 32 here in the Super Tournament for the GSL.
TheBestfOu versus ZeNEXJJUN.
All right, over here in the left, starting location. He's actually not the best in TheBestfOu, but that's his ID.
TheBestfOu.
Really interested in seeing what kind of games this guy's going to bring to us today. Now, I have the conch, Artosis. Now, in the top center, we have
ZeNEXJJUN.
All right, Artosis. Now you have the conch.
I'm gonna put a snake in the conch before next game, and you'd be like, "I have the conch." And you're gonna look at the snake's gonna be like, "Wow!" You drop the conch, and then I pick it up, and then I have the conch. What are you gonna do then?
Wow, I don't know.
Nothing. Nothing is what? Because there's a snake near your feet, and all you can do is lift them up in the air and wait for John to come and take it away.
All right. Again, this is a very large map. This is a map where we don't see as many hard contains. Hard contains is where you're making turrets and bunkers and trying to contain them. It's usually soft contain. You set up, control a position for a little bit, unsiege, move out, control a different location. It makes for a very interesting Terran versus Terran.
Yep. June scouting the best right away. The best's going to scout June right away as well. No gas yet for the best, while June is getting a single gas. Pretty interesting. It looks like the best is probably going to go for a very fast expansion.
Okay, so 2 different builds here from these guys. And as you can see, the best is going to be in the dark in this case for this game. He has no idea what Jun is up to, because I think Jun, wisely so, opted to wall in. And I think it's actually, you should always wall in Terran versus Terran on this map.
Yeah.
There's a chance they won't get there in time.
Oh, absolutely. Should be able to stop them from scouting. Now, the best is making a command center, throwing up 1 gas. Factory for June. Will he get a second gas now? My thought is yes, because this looks like a Banshee build. By the placement of that factory Tasteless, by the power of Gray Skull, this is a Banshee build.
Wow. All right, so we got a little bit of downtime. We got to wait for this to kind of develop. Story time. You want to hear a story, Artosis?
Yeah. I love story
One time, I was a kid, right? I was really young, like preschool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was at my grandma's house, actually in her front yard, and I found an egg.
Yeah.
It had fallen from a nest.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Poor egg.
So I was like, oh my God, I have an egg. So I took the egg to my grandma's house, and you know what do birds do with eggs?
They sit
well,
on
they
them?
sit on them, you know. So I was like, I'm gonna sit on this egg on my grandma's couch,
Oh,
and I'm gonna
no.
and I'm gonna raise this baby bird. So I just sit on this egg and it crushes, blood comes out, and I'm like, ah! It was.
This
and
is
the
the
grandma's
saddest
yelling at me. Oh, that's right. I mean, it turned out okay, but
How did it turn out okay?
no, I turned out fine. That bird's dead. Well, I was
thought
a
I
kid,
was talking
man.
about you.
I was a kid, man. No, he's
Oh.
fine. That's now Pirate Bird. So.
Oh no, that's such a sad story, Tasteless.
Well, I was horrified when I was a kid. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? I was trying to nurture and raise an animal.
You wanted to be a mama bird.
I wanted to be the mama bird.
Yeah.
But it said I engaged in infanticide. All right, Banshee on the way now. And, a lot of this is going to come down to how much damage the Banshee can actually deal. Or if, he loses the Banshee right away. He's getting cloaked, so this is a pretty heavy investment.
Yeah, pretty heavy investment there. We do have 2 Orvals up for the best. He is making a tech lab on his factory. Looks like he's going to go probably siege tank marine, but also getting that starport. So as soon as he sees the Banshee, he's going to want to throw out a Viking immediately.
Yeah, the Viking basically ceases the Banshee harassment unless you got really good Banshee control and you can dodge in and out of the scans. But the Banshee, frankly, is just not exactly the most mobile unit as far as speed goes.
Yeah, they aren't that fast. For something that flies, at least.
Yeah.
And here we go. Harassment does commence. We do have a Viking on the way. It's about a third done. Cloak almost done. And it looks like Cloak will finish just after the Viking gets out. So he's going to want to be careful not to lose his Banshee. He's already taken some damage. But you normally want to make him use at least 2 scans per Banshee. That's when the Banshee does well.
He needs the Cloak right now.
Well, there we go. Cloak finishes.
Look at that thing. He's flying over. What is that? We need to capture that location. Throw a rope over that and pull it
That's
up.
where they print the newspapers for Arcturus Minx.
Oh my God.
Well, that first Banshee dies that scan really, really quickly. We do have, it looks like, another scan saved up and another one very close by, so this may go down pretty quickly. Oh, no, this was perhaps the worst cloaked Banshee harassment that we've seen, Tasteless.
I'm so shocked.
Have you ever seen 2 cloaked Banshees get no kills?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, actually, that's a good pointer.
Yeah, that was pretty fail harass there, unfortunately, from Jun. He's going to be hard-pressed to feel safe here, because his opponent already has this command center. He hasn't really done any damage.
You get those 2 Banshees, you spend the income on Cloak, you know, and then you just don't do anything. You basically have thrown that away.
Yeah, and that is a lot of gas.
And this is actually a 3rd Banshee here. Meanwhile, both players gearing up for their expansions. Why are you laughing?
I'm just thinking of something semi-clever. Sorry. And a 3rd.
I can't believe he's hiding this Banshee right now. He should just...
So a 3rd cloaked Banshee that does almost nothing. This is such a waste. It's like the BP Banshee spill.
Yeah, no
All
kidding.
this gas just out in nowhere, man.
Little pelicans getting in the oil. Saddest thing I've ever seen.
Vespine gas choking out the birds in the air.
How many times have birds randomly been brought up in our cast? I think we should lost count.
Birds
and
are
then
fun,
oddly
man.
enough, maybe it's because there's a bird in the Super Tournament opening. Oh, we've been primed.
Inception!
Now, both players taking this gas. Vespine gas so important in Terran versus Terran.
You know what's really interesting about this? 3 cloaked Banshees doing almost no damage, and Jun is up by 16 supply.
Oh my god, you're right. How does that even work?
He has 6 more SCVs. You know, he did kill a few SCVs with the first Banshee, like 3, but still. You know, the best really known as kind of a cheesy player, not the greatest later on in the game, mid-game, late game. So I don't know, maybe that's what's occurred here, Tasteless.
I think you might be right, Artosis.
And he's up 17 supplies still, and the best is just trying to do a little push in here. Jun got to chase him right away, though.
A little bit of cat and mouse here. Well, he better turn around. Gets out just in time. Nice play by Jun.
Jun going to have stim done. In fact, I'm like looking at these army sizes. If he spreads right. Barracks for the best going down.
I like that Raven Viking positioning. He's actually ready for the next Banshee to potentially fly in there.
Wants to kill another Banshee without it doing any damage.
Thirsting for Banshee
Getting
blood.
greedy now, the best. Yeah, looks like he will bust right through here. The best has too many units out here without a lot going on with them. Spreads those Marines, and this will be taken out by Jun. Throwing up some auto turrets.
Yeah, interesting use of the auto turret there. Does take out some medevacs here.
Wow, he actually takes out that, will he get the Viking as well? No, he will not. But does take out that Raven, which is very expensive. And surprisingly, I thought Jun would do a little bit better with that. I thought he was going to clean that up a little bit better. And
yeah, I did.
You know, I hold on a minute. Yeah, no. Okay, our screen right now, the observer screen, is actually, he hit the mouse 1 time to zoom it in. So I think the people at home are probably going crazy right now in the forums. You see what I mean? It's not actually straight up.
No, we'll probably get it fixed on the break. Maybe you can have it in a new
I thought
angle,
everything looked a little bit weird. I'm like,
these units
doesn't everything look
bigger.
fatter?
He actually gives the tanks steroids.
Even more damage
Gives the
like
tanks
that.
roid rage. That's why they take the roids, Artosis. It's not to get the big muscles. They take it for the roid rage.
Well,
Banshee now
the
moving out.
supplies have equalized a lot.